Hello guys, just wanted to show you because a while ago I made a video about I made a post in Reddit about the use of sprue goo that I've been using lately and the results I've been getting with them. For example, the other day, during Christmas break, I spent a while cloning more shields of the new Rohan warriors. I still have to clean them up and stuff, but I have a bunch of them because I have a plan for when I start my Rohan army, which I'll probably be able to document the whole way through now that I'm doing that. I will start making videos of my Gondor troops and the army I've been building and stuff soon, now that I have finished the Fiefdoms army. And also of the updates of my Mordor army, which includes the trolls that I put in the last video that I duplicated their bodies. And one of the things I wanted to show is this duplication process I have done with the cloaks of the Rohan warriors. I made some blue stuff molds, as you can see here. I think actually this one is, yep, it's exactly this one. So I made some molds with blue stuff that then I was filling up with sprue goo. After they were dry and stuff, I got these pieces back, which are very hard. They are very hard and they are pretty sturdy, and you know, I actually see here, like if you can see more with the zoom, that they are not, like the texture is actually very good. And what I'm gonna show you now is how I actually make them look like this. This is gonna be the banner bearer. I'm gonna make a banner like the one Arwen gives at the end of the Return of the King. At least that's the plan. And you see here, the cloak is fully melted with the motto. And I am really looking forward to paint these guys up and see how they look. I'm gonna paint them in the same color scheme as Aragorn Elessar, so just so you guys know. The first step I gotta do with this, because since this comes from the Rohan warriors, is that, as you can see there, it's not a perfect fit whatsoever. This is super thick because it includes the shoulders of the actual Rohan warriors. So I gotta make a little surgery here, in which I'm gonna get rid of all that top area. You're gonna see here that I just chop it up. And once you do that, you can see that the inside of the cloak is hollow in the most part. And that's completely normal with this material we're working with. I'm actually gonna remove this side as well, just for dimension purposes, because these Minas Tirith guys are smaller than the actual new Rohan warriors, especially when you take the shields into consideration. So now what I'm gonna do is to clean up the whole cloak. I'm gonna remove all the excess I don't need. For example, all of this inside area you see here, I'm gonna chop it up, because the thinner I make it, the more it's gonna allow me to work it out. So I'm gonna come back to you when I have it cleaned up and ready to start attaching it to the model. So now I have finished cleaning up this cloak. I'm just gonna do one at a time. So you can see here I got rid of like all of these scraps that I have here. I have more. I just chop them up and try to clean up as much as possible. And then I had a little problem. This piece broke, but I just had to paste it all together. I'm using this Tamiya cement because it melts the plastic together again, which I think that the bond is very, very good. The problem with it is that it takes longer to dry, but in this particular case, it's not a problem. So now what we're gonna be doing is to, as you can see here, we're just gonna find the right angle for this cloak to be attached. I want it lower than the shoulders, so around, let me see if I can do it. Switching hands so you guys can see better. Yeah. So around that angle would be good. So then we can sculpt the rest of it. I'm gonna get to it now. So what I usually do is to just pick up this piece. I apply a good layer all over, because the cement plastic is gonna help the little holes you see there to melt together and to disappear for the most part. And now I'm just gonna attach it to the miniature. in a good angle. Let me see here. Yeah, maybe a bit higher. There we go. So now that we have it in place, I just need to let it dry out for a little while, and I'll be right back when it's done. So, hello again. It's been a couple days since the last clip I recorded, but you know, life happens, and I was waiting for these things to get dry. You see here that all the Gondor warriors I have left, they have a cloak already. Now I was gonna show you how I finished the details of them, and this one I already finished. So you see here how the cloak is sculpted and melts into the armor on the back, whereas this one is still, you know, visible that I just pasted in, and yeah, we gotta work on that a little. So how do I do that? I'm just gonna explain it to you, then I'm gonna likely just go through all of them, either off camera or maybe just put like how do you call it? I forgot the word. Time lapse. Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. Using my sprue goo that I'm trying to pull out the jar I have here. This should be enough. So yeah, the most important thing about this, like, you gotta think that it's gonna harden exactly how this is. And I have some sculpting tools that I use for like clay, or I bought them for green stuff. So what we're gonna do basically with them is that we're gonna fill up all the gaps and places that we think that require, you know. So for example here, I guess you can see it. See if the camera decides to aim at this. Maybe it doesn't. But you see there that there's an area on the joint that I would like to cover up. So I'm just gonna get the tiniest piece of sprue goo, just put it in place. And as we do so, I'm just gonna start sculpting it around. This might look at the beginning a little bit, you know, obvious, but what I always do is that once I have it in place and I'm happy with the coverage, because that's the most important part, I usually just put a layer of glue, and that glue is gonna smooth out and melt all the layers together. It's actually pretty simple. So you see here, as soon as you apply this, the whole cloak is gonna start melting together. You just gotta be careful that you don't put too much. It's even visible when you take one of the tools for sculpting, that you can start pushing the edges around and make sure that it really melts into the model. And then there's no seams, there's no joints that are visible. And you can even like accentuate the details on the fold by just, you know, scraping a little, because it's gonna make the whole plastic a bit softer. And as you do so, then you know, just fill up the gaps. I'm gonna actually fill up that gap on the side. There's two that I have seen now. I'm gonna do it now. So here there is one on the right behind the shield. I guess you can see the little hole there. So I'm just gonna put a little piece on my sculpting tool and just whack it in there. See if it sticks. Yes, it did. Good. And then we're just gonna push it into position and sculpt the whole thing. So you can see here, like, it's a pretty easy job. You just gotta be careful and take your time. But I think that for the result you get, it is very, very, very easy. Because I mean, I'm not a sculptor. I've never been. And I have tried some green stuff things for other models I have into, if you've seen the fiefdoms or stuff, I have used that, and I feel that this is, at least for me, very easy to handle and manage. So yeah, we have filled up that. Now we're just gonna smooth out the area where we just worked a little bit, so it stays nice and, you know, not a big texture. Like, I don't want it to look like chainmail or anything. And it's just a matter of trying out stuff and fill up all the gaps, make sure that it's flat and nice. And that's about it. I'm gonna go over all of them. Probably I'm just gonna paint them, prime them when they're ready, and I'll show you the result. And I might try to paint them all and put a shot of them. This is a video that's gonna take several days actually, but who cares? I mean, we're showing a process that, you know, has to be done for my idea. As you can see here, this one, the one that is finished, is the same process I just did. I just do it with all of them. I have a bunch of them, say, stored somewhere, but I don't have them at hand right now. You see, like, I hope it looks good primed. I guess we'll see all together. And then, yeah, this guy's gonna be the banner bearer. I think I said it already, but yeah, I'll be back when I have them all done. And I'll show you the results. So, hello guys. The other day, I recorded the clips regarding the cloaks of the Minas Tirith warriors. I let them cure and dry after the whole process was done, and then I primed them. So now they all look like this. So you can see here, like, right now with the priming, actually I'm very happy with how they look. I'm just gonna show you, like, the inspiration and color palette I'm gonna follow is the Aragorn Elessar I made from the Etsy proxy that I showed you in a previous video. So these guys are gonna be painted exactly like him in the same color patterns and stuff. Most paints I'm gonna be using are Vallejo model colors. I have some Citadel, like for example this Abaddon Black, because the Vallejo one I ran out of. And then I have some contrast and shades from Citadel. I have this Gilliman Flesh to shade on the skin, Agrax Earth Shade for wood and stuff. We'll see if I end up using it. And then I have, of course, Null Oil, which is the most common. And hopefully it turns out well. Otherwise, you'll see the results when I'm done, if I mess up. But hopefully that's not the case. I'll see you in a little while. So, we are back to a more normal camera angle. It's been a couple days since the last time I recorded something. I just wanted to show you guys the final result of this warband I made to accompany my Aragorn King Elessar, which I think is going to be the first video of this Gondor project series of videos that I want to make. So, without further ado, I can show you already, like, remember this is the Aragorn I showed you that I painted for like the Black Gate and stuff with the crown. It's a proxy miniature, but I love the amount of detail it has and everything. What I have done, and I showed you in the other clips of this video, is this warband I made with cloaks that I told you I was going to show you once they were done. Here we have a captain. As you can see, it just looks like a normal Minas Tirith warrior, but now it has this cloak in the same color pattern as Aragorn does. Here you can see the red a bit better. So I'll put them all together and show you a shot of all of them, because at the end of the day what I have done is 10 normal warriors that are 4 with bow, 3 with spear, 3 with sword. One of the sword ones that I have over those 12 that are in total is this captain that I just showed you. The other one I gave him a banner inspired by the banner that Arwen has at the end of the Return of the King in the coronation. So I wanted to make it in the same kind of colors. Free-handed the tree, like, you know, it's the first things I do of free-handing in many years. So I have a banner bearer that's gonna go with Aragorn. I'll make a shot of these guys all together now. And basically, what can I say? Like, I'm extremely happy with how these guys turned out. I know that this usage of sprue goo and stuff, I haven't seen it around that much. I have seen more the recasting of pieces for 40k or creating, you know, terrain or stuff like that. But to actually create pieces for miniatures like this, especially Middle Earth, I haven't seen much people doing it. And personally, I'm very happy with the result. Maybe it would be better in a different way, I don't know. But what I know for sure is that for me it was an enjoyable process. Like if I show you just a random, this guy for example, he has this cloak that is super well sculpted, like I'm very happy with how it turned out. Then you have this red bright color that is complementing so well with the Minas Tirith armor. And you know, it looks cohesive with Aragorn here. I haven't based them properly yet. I'm waiting to get some tufts and stuff. I don't have enough right now. I have like 4 left. So I want to wait until I have everything to base them to match the rest of the army. But yeah, I hope that this can be useful for somebody, if not for following the process exactly as I did it, at least to lose the fear of trying to do things like this. Because for me, since I didn't see that much, you know, that much information about it, I was like, maybe I don't see it for a reason. But personally, I'm very happy with the results. So I'm like, hey, maybe this is useful for somebody. Maybe somebody thought about trying this out and didn't dare. I did. And I'm happy. Am I going to win a contest for the sculpting or something? No, it's not my objective either. My objective is to see this warband this is now in front of me and feel like, hey, these are my guys. I've been working on them. I'm proud of them. I think that's what matters at the end of the day. But yeah. I think I'm gonna start now with the actual videos for the Gondor army. Now that we are done the 15s, I haven't done everything, but I am working on it, so slowly we'll get there. Gondor does have a lot of models to work on, but we can talk about it in the next video. I'm gonna leave you here for now. So once again, thank you for watching. I hope you made it all the way till the end, and I'll see you guys next time. Cheers.